I used to live here. This is my house that I used to live in, and we're just moving the last thing today, which is this piano.
I may say a Jewish prayer for the first time in my life. I don't know if there is a prayer for the moving of a piano. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. May the piano not break.
This used to be my grandmother's piano. I would keep this because it was my grandmother's, which I think is indicative of a certain getting olderness about me. I'm 40 this year. I can't believe I've admitted that on television. I think as you get older, you do start to get more interested in your family history. Because my family history is one of immigration and refugee-ism, you're never entirely sure how you ended up here. Who's your door now?
Your daddy.
It's your daddy, OK, this is daddy.
He's got a prickly beard.
He's got a prickly beard.
David lives with his partner and daughter Dolly.
Get rid of it. Shall we draw now?
He and Dolly are descendants of German Jews who fled the Nazis. David's maternal grandparents came to Britain in 1939.
This is me as a boy, and these are my brothers, and this is Ernst, Fabian, who was my maternal grandfather. I used to go and see him like 2 or 3 times a week when he was dying. And I would say that, therefore, that I have quite a strong kind of emotional connection to his memory. This is him again, and this is his wife, my grandmother, Otti. I like this picture a lot. I like the fact they look like they're really happy. I think this is probably, looking at how old they are, early 30s. So whether or not it's before the Nazis came to power, I don't know, but that's what I quite like about it, is this sense like it was probably just before and they're happy and things are okay, before it all started to go very badly wrong. It's one of a million things where the conversations with my grandparents were curtailed, either by a sense that they didn't want to talk about it or by my own lack of interest at the time.
David's search for answers begins in Cambridge, where his parents live.
One of the things about going to see my parents is they're the ones who are surviving, and if I'm going to find out about the past, then they're my link, really.
I always look forward to seeing my parents. As will probably become clear, they're both collectors of weird things. My mum collects golf memorabilia, and my dad collects dinky toys.
Hello. How you doing?
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Hello. All right.
Yeah, it's...
Come in. Right.
Come on. We have
Right.
such a big hallway. Come on.
This is my parents. This is my father.
Hello.
This is Colin Baddiel, Dr. Colin Baddiel.
Hello.
He's not a real doctor, but he is a doctor. And this is my mother, Sarah. And this is their front room. I'm just going to show you through here. More stuff. More stuff. And then there's this... this is where it starts to get kind of really mental. The collection. Amazing amount of stuff.
This piece was the very, very first piece of golf I ever found in the Portobello Road. I've only ever had one other...
David's parents have been collecting and selling memorabilia for over 35 years.
She's got a wonderful swing and wonderful feeling.
That's great, it really is. It's fabulous.
I think
Can we
so.
see the King Kong now?
Yes, you can. That's more fun.
You see that? That's great.
Oh, I'm sorry, the lady golfer doesn't do
So
that.
the lady golfer's very nice, but, you know, look at that. J Lions, would that be too?
David's mum was born Sarah Fabian. She was 5 months old when her parents, Ernst and Otti, fled Nazi Germany in 1939. They left her 2 cases, which contain all that remains of their life in Germany.
I never actually knew the existence of these cases, and after my mother died, after Otti died, when I was clearing out the house, I came across both of these, and I thought, what on earth is in them? This is a paperweight. which they had done for their engagement.
Really?
Yes.
As well as their prized possessions, the two cases contain hundreds of documents, letters and family photos. They're Sarah's only link to her parents' life in pre-war Germany, but they raise as many questions as they answer. Arno was last seen in 1939. He was David's great-uncle. This is him as a child, with his sister Otti, David's grandmother.
We don't know what happened to him. So as I grow older, it evokes more and more in me sort of a sense of poignancy.
David's mum Sarah thinks she knows where and when Arno was last seen. At the time, he was 27 and newly married. She was a tiny baby.
It was 4 months after I was born, and Arno had come round one night with his wife and said, "Oh, we're just going for a walk." And this was like in the April of 39, and they never ever came back again.
They never came back?
They never came back to the house. It's the last time I ever saw them.
Arno's disappearance, coupled with discrepancies on her birth certificate, have led Sarah to believe that Arno may have been her father.
Though I was born in the March, I wasn't actually... The birth wasn't registered until the July, a month before we were due to leave. So it was never really fully explained. And I often felt as if Arno, and I don't know what his wife's name is, had said, "Look, we need to go somewhere. Will you look after the baby for the evening and we'll collect her later?" And of course they never returned. So I've often felt that my parents actually adopted me. I felt that nearly all my life, and I always felt, well, I won't ask Otti why she was still alive. She'd be very hurt at my feeling. But I thought I'd ask.
I didn't know that my mother had this idea that Arno and his wife had turned up one day and in her mind, however much it might not be right, had just left the baby with her parents, kind of dramatically. That's, it's just really shocking in a way to find that that's what she's always thought.
So Otti and Ernst may not have been David's grandparents at all. If Sarah's theory is right, his real grandfather was Otti's missing brother, Arno.